This is SHV4. She is getting her CNC done today. She had her check. I trimmed the back of her neck. And since she's not acting all fussy, she's like, okay, let's get it done. We're going to do her vent area and back legs. So we're going to start with her little vent area. Since she is a wooler and she's not quite ready for a full-on haircut, we're gonna do something that'll make her feel a lot more comfortable. Until then, we're gonna get her legs trimmed. That'll help a little bit. And it'll be just that much less to do when it's time to get her done. Since she's more relaxed than some of my girls and boys, sometimes I have to put my arm gently on their tummy, but yeah, that's a good girl. We're just gonna do that. And it's a little dirty down here, not bad. I'm gonna do just like I did her ears, just little cuts. Get the dirty stuff out of there. I hope you're seeing this okay. This is pretty thick through here. And again, since she's a wooler, and all this tail wool is going to go directly in my thirds. Some of it's long enough I could put in my seconds, but I'm just going to get that done. So to do her tail, I can feel it, but you cannot see it, I can guarantee, where her tailbone is. I'm going to put my fingers on either side, and I'm going to cut on top of my fingers. And that goes in thirds. She doesn't have a real bushy tail, but she's got, and again, I'm using my fingers as a guide. So I'm going to cut my fingers before I trim her tail. She wants her tail. We want her to keep it. There is probably some prime on there, but you know, she's going to have so much. And I have other uses for her thirds. We're just going to put that all in her thirds. Being really careful on where my tips of my scissors are. Now that I can see her tail, I'm just going to even this up just a little bit. Holy cow, look at that. And her vent area isn't bad at all. Actually, it's kind of for an F3. She's got the giant wool, but she doesn't have a lot of the giant furnishings, which is good and bad. But the good part is it's not very dirty. So I've got a little spray bottle, and I don't know if you can see it, probably backwards, but I wrote peroxide. She'll probably flinch a little. Spray that just a little bit. I'm just going to gently wipe down. A little vent area. And then her vent area needs clean. I might have to zoom in. But to get her vent area, I use alcohol and very gently I use a Q-tip. And I clean all that out. But that's it on the vent area. Since she's laying on her back nice and still, she's so good. She's like, whatever. I'm just going to continue. Get the hand sanitizer again because we're starting on her legs. Some people use shears, some people use scissors. There's a gazillion different ways. Just do whatever feels good to you. Now on the foot pad, here's the bottom of her foot. Kind of look at my screen and tell you, and this is all wool. And this is the bottom of her heel. What I want to do is trim that wool so it's even with her heel. Never ever trim this, because this won't get too crazy. This will. And that goes into my thirds. Sometimes there'll be little mats. Try to cut those out. And as I'm putting my scissors in, I'm just doing a little bit at a time. I'm watching where the ends are. And what I try to do is put my scissors in and then I find the tip. If I see the tip there, I just clip. And if all else fails, I'm a little bit further away from her than necessary, but I can go back and trim it up a little closer. Never pull so the skin is being pulled. I just kind of lean it to its side. And all this leg wool is all going into my thirds. And I have a use for that, so I'm not going to throw it away. The only things I do throw away is the real poopy stuff, or the real dirty. And I make a pile for it. And it goes into my flower pots. I make like a 1 or 2 inch layer of poopy wool, and then a few pine cones on top. That keeps the cats out, and the wool helps make a moisture barrier. And I don't go all the way up the leg, but she's got naked knees. which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but grooming, it makes it a little easier. Hi, baby. It's okay. So she's not resisting hardly at all. Some rabbits will like, oh gosh, what are you doing? She's the easy keeper. Easy keeper. So this is like a maintenance cut. It's starting to get warm out. And I know she's going to get the rest of her trimmed pretty soon. She's going to get a haircut. But we're going to get her a little more comfortable. Yeah, a little more comfortable. So in here, in between the legs, again, I just do a little bit at a time, making sure I know where my scissors are. I'm just laying that wool down. I'm not pulling on the skin at all. These are all thirds. There's a little bit of mats in there, but for what I need my thirds for, it's gonna work fine. We're gonna start to go up the other leg just a little bit. Depending on your rabbit, you might want to go further up on the belly. And if I was to do that, go any further up, I would probably turn on my shears. But for this, I can use my scissors. You're such a good girl. So that's one leg. That was easy. We're gonna do the other leg. One more leg. She's such a good girl. I don't even have to hold her. She's just like, oh, okay. When you get your rabbits like this, it makes it so enjoyable. When they're little, I found it, they're just like toddlers, you know, they're squirmy and wiggly and they don't like to sit still regardless of what it's for. Have you seen a 2-year-old that likes to sit still for a haircut? Probably not. But if we can make it enjoyable, give them a lollipop or something. We don't do that with our rabbits, but we try to make it enjoyable so they're not scared of it. Because they're going to have a gazillion haircuts in their lifetime. And we can get a gazillion grams of wool off of them. And we both want to enjoy the process. So this is all part of raising Angoras. Oh, some of that is like spinnable. Ah. I'm gonna get behind her leg a little bit. Gonna do the inside. Inside. There we go. That's pretty much it.
Hey, didn't we buy some cornstarch?